think it's important for patients, but for us all, honestly, to really be able to try and acknowledge what we're feeling. It can be difficult because I don't think that we always know what the name is or kind of what we're feeling, but I think it's important to really just kind of acknowledge that I'm not feeling anxious, but I'm feeling uncertain. I'm feeling like I don't know, like I'm confused, like I don't know what the next steps are. I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling disappointed and discouraged. I'm feeling like I'm losing hope with all of this. I think we so often just go to sad, or I'm glad, or I'm happy, but there are other emotions that you can also be feeling. I'm disappointed, I'm frustrated, I'm angry, I'm at a loss, I'm uncertain. Those are all feelings too. So I think it's important for us all to just be able to acknowledge, this is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling a little disappointed by this all. I'm feeling angry by this all, because once we can acknowledge it, then we can address it. My name is Tiffany Edwards. I am the clinical psychologist with the Fertility Centers of Illinois. I am a very big fan of journaling. I personally journal, but I do encourage patients to journal. And like I give this example when I'm meeting with patients one-on-one, because they always look at me like I'm not a journaler, I'm not really into that thing. My version when it comes to journaling is not this idea of you need to go out and buy the best notebook and the loveliest pen and you need to sit every night at 6 o'clock and kind of write your thoughts. My idea with journaling is it's really just about putting your thoughts out on paper. And the example that I always give to patients is it's like if you're going to the grocery store. If you go grocery shopping with no list, you are all kinds of confused. Do I need ketchup? Do I need butter? Do I need eggs? You're just all over that supermarket without any guidance. If you write it down, what that's doing is at some kind of unconscious level, it's letting the mind know, once I've written down butter or eggs or sugar, I don't need to keep that information up here anymore. So then I can let it go. And so when you get to the grocery store, you are carefree. You are just moving through there easily because you're not so muckled up there because it's written down. And it's the same thing with your feelings. If you write it out, I'm feeling discouraged today. Everything didn't work out. We got the test results, we got the numbers. They weren't what I expected. It lets it out. It's releasing those emotions. And so I'm a big fan of journaling. I think it's important to show yourself compassion and grace. This is nothing you've done. This is where you are in the present moment. And so look at the options. You know, that's my third point, is really educate yourself. That's one of the things that I really like to encourage patients to do. I think so many people label it as anxiety. Really, it's uncertainty. I don't know what the next steps are. I don't know what's next. I don't know where this is going to lead. That uncertainty leads to anxiety. So I always try to encourage patients, get as much information as you can. If you have lingering questions, get those questions addressed, because the more you know, the less anxious you feel. Credible sources for information, I think, first and foremost, is your clinical team, because your case is very unique to you. So first, start with your physician. You know, making sure that you're getting as much information unique to your circumstances as possible. Your nursing and your clinical team are also valuable resources. If you're an FCI patient, but even if you're not, we have a wonderful website that has wonderful information, both from a medical kind of perspective, but also from a mental health and emotional perspective. There's some wonderful resources there. Social support is really important as a coping mechanism for patients, because it's important for us to know that we're not the only ones. I think we all like the idea that I'm not the only one that is experiencing this, that is challenged by this. I think it's also nice to know that there are others that have gone through what I'm going through and they've come out on the other end. So I first like to encourage people to really identify what kind of support is it that you're needing at this moment. I think it's important also to identify from whom do you need that support. It's not always just a partner or a member of your family or a friend. You might need the support from your physician or your clinical team. So really give thought to who am I needing that support from. And then I think it's also important to recognize when you might need that support, whether it's at the beginning of your journey, in the middle, or at the end. When it comes to advice for partners to support one another, what I simply tell partners to do, I think there's this assumption that we all want for our partners to know exactly what we're thinking or feeling. You should be able to look in my eyes and know exactly what I'm thinking or feeling. If your partner can do that, kudos to you, because that's wonderful, but most people's partners can't. So I always tell patients, if there's any time in your life, this is the time where it is okay to tell your partner, this is how I need to be supported right now. We don't always do that, but I think it's important because they may not know, and if they don't know, they can't support us in the way that we need to be supported. So I always encourage patients that meet with me, it's okay. Tell your partner, this is how I need you to support me in this moment. And then you can flip that also. If you're the partner, tell me how I can support you. Tell me what you need. The language that I'm using is very intentional too. It's not tell me how I can help or what can I do to fix this. It's not that, it's tell me how I can support you. I full well know that you're capable of whatever it is that we're doing, but tell me how I can support you in this effort or the way you need to be supported right now. And that can go both ways. It's not just the male partner supporting the woman, it can be vice versa. You can each tell and ask that question to one another. We do offer different groups, and I think those are very valuable because it gives patients the opportunity to, again, talk with other people that are walking in their shoes, that are going down that same path that they are. So we offer one-on-one consultations. You can speak with me, but then we do also offer opportunities for that group support as well. You can learn about the group support from FCI's website. We have a wonderful website that not only lists the different groups and resources that we have, but it's got some wonderful opportunities to attend different webinars and just reading information. I know we have a wonderful blog post as well that shares really useful information. The ability to have one-on-one, kind of vulnerable, transparent, very honest conversations with people. So I really value that honesty and the transparency that I have with the patients that work with me. I love it. Don't give up. And that doesn't mean it's going to lead to any particular outcome, but just don't give up. I think we all reach our point where it's our end point, but until you reach that point, don't give up.